Celta Vigo 0, Manchester United 1. Sam Peoples here, United People's TV, brought to you by Ladbrokes, here with the live match reaction after what was a superb European away performance from Manchester United. 1-0 on the night. Could have been a hell of a lot more had our finishing been better. How many times have we said that this season? And it looked like it was going to be another one of those really the corner. Keeper had no chance. Man United 1-0. Advantage United going into Old Trafford for the second leg of this European Cup semi-final. It might be the Europa League. We've never won it. It's a European Cup. Let's talk about the performance. Overall, that was more dominant than the Anderlecht game. And it was a better result. Anderlecht, we got that frustrating goal we conceded right at the end. But today, from front to back, Eric Bailly and Daley Blind at the back, superb together. Matteo Darmian, quietly been very impressive in the last few games when we needed him to be this season. Antonio Valencia, barnstorming as he always is this season. Again, another superb performance. Herrera slightly quiet in a deeper defensive midfield role. Paul Pogba. So many people this season have been slating Paul Pogba. Mark Ogden, during the game, was trying to slate Paul Pogba. Dominant, outstanding performance from Paul Pogba today. And again, he could have had 1 or 2 assists to his name, but for poor finishing. And that was what really marred the first 65 minutes for United. We were creating chances left, right and centre. Mkhitaryan had a blinding chance in the first half, put through by Paul Pogba. He missed. Lingard, the ball was squared to him across the box by Mkhitaryan. He missed. Lingard had an outstanding chance after being put through by Rashford. He missed. And then Rashford came up with the goods at the end when we needed him to. But so many times in that game, Man United were clean through, creating chances for fun, and just couldn't finish. And it really looked like it could have been another one of those games. Another one where you're just pissed off at the end of it, where you see your team dominate the other, but you don't have the win. Mourinho looked pissed off on the sidelines, but Rashford was the man to make the difference. Marcus Rashford. Can we talk about Marcus Rashford, please? The academy graduate, born and bred. The only reason he's in this team is because Anthony Martial pulled up injured against Midtjylland in the warm-up last year in the Europa League. Thank you for that, Anthony. But Rashford, again, outstanding, not just for his goal, but for his overall general play. Rashford was running Celta Vigo's defence ragged, and they were sitting quite deep on a pitch they really heavily watered. Don't know what they were doing there, but they were obviously trying to slow United down. But it didn't make a difference in the end. You know, Rashford was creating chances, running into space. You know, and as bad as Lingard and Mkhitaryan's finishing was today, their overall movement was excellent. The front three played very well. A very good team choice by Mourinho. I was actually only one player off a perfect 11. That's the closest I've been in a long time. I got Valencia and Darmian wrong. I didn't think Valencia would play, but he did. Oh well. There's nothing really to complain about today. You know, you could be really pissed off at the finishing. Yes, we are 1-0 up going into this second leg, but we could be 2-3, I would say 3-0 up comfortably going into that second leg. So the game is still in the balance, but Man United are 1-0, a clean sheet away from home. 1 goal means we only need 1 at home to force Celta Vigo into scoring 3, and they've been pretty poor away from home. We've kept like 5 clean sheets in the Europa League at home this season. Real kudos again goes today to Sergio Romero, who once again was outstanding in goal. I saw a lot of people that were pretty frustrated that he started, but I think it would be unfair not to start him. He's been good in every single game he's played in the Europa League. His distribution was excellent today. When called upon, he was there. So I can see Romero playing the whole way to the final. I'll keep doing the comparison, but I feel like it's Ben Foster playing ahead of Van der Sar all the way through to the League Cup final. Ferguson was just keeping his second choice keeper happy. That's what Mourinho's doing with De Gea, which is not the worst thing in the world with confusion going on around De Gea's future. But Man United tonight, an overall a more complete performance than what we saw at Anderlecht, and the result showed that. We didn't lose our concentration towards the end. I did expect to see Mata or Carrick brought on for a little bit more experience, but they weren't. Young and Rashford went down with injuries. Hopefully they were nothing more than precautionary, but it looked like Young done his hamstring, and Rashford, being the boss that he was on the pitch, was telling the Celta Vigo players to shush as he was walking off, and I hope that's not too much of an injury. It looked like he was holding his knee on the bench. But let's read a few of your comments. I'm sure there's lots of happy Reds in these comments here. We need to score more goals, says Abagid? I don't know. I'm just going to say the comment then. We need to score more goals. We need a striker like Ruud van Nistelrooy ASAP. Had Ruud been in that team today, we would be cruising. And you're absolutely spot on. We do need someone clinical. But at least the chances are getting created. I think that's half the battle. And that's been our battle this season, has been finishing. And when the chances haven't been created, it's been even more frustrating. We need a fox in the box. Second comment there. Third comment's from Pierre saying, hope the Rashford's injury is not too serious. I do agree with that. If we lost Rashford now, that would just be cruel. And I don't think we could cope without him. I'll be honest. I think Rashford's really spearheading our drive towards the end of this season. But our players are dropping like flies. Thankfully, the result came today. Because had we come out of that match with a 0-0, you would have been squeaky bum time going to Old Trafford. It would have been like Anderlecht in the quarter-final. And we all know what happened there. We do not need an extra time game there ahead of Spurs away. But I'm delighted with that performance tonight. I think Lingard should have scored. I think Mkhitaryan could have scored. I think Man United should have won by more than one goal. But we kept a clean sheet, thanks in no small part to an excellent performance from all of our back five. And we got that all-important goal thanks to a moment of magic from Marcus Rashford. Prime position now, semi-final. Ajax won their first leg 4-1, I think it was, against Lyon. They played superb. Looks like they're going to be in the final. Will it be Man United? We've got 1 foot in the final now. All up to us to put a professional performance in at Old Trafford next week. Don't concede, and we're in the European final, the Europa League, and a chance for Jose to get a double in his first season and for Manchester United to secure Champions League football. That's it for the live match review. Thank you. Thank you for all your comments, as always. If you guys are new, guys and girls are new watching this, make sure you hit that subscribe button down in the corner. Go hit it now. Join us. There'll be more videos coming up this week. We're playing Arsenal on Sunday. We're speaking to Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV for the match preview there. So make sure you don't miss that. Good night, everybody. Great performance from Man United. We'll see you soon. Take it easy.